this quick video ad. That's one of our community sponsors, USwap. I made a little mistake in the previous session. It's founded by Carolina, and Alex is supporting, but Alex is still with Namebase as this main thing. But USwap is a new way, actually, Don, you can check it out for job posts in Web3. So you create a NFT resume on uswap.xyz, and you would mint it on a blockchain, and then people, and soon they'll have employers to be able to apply, connect with applicants, similar like a LinkedIn in Web3. So that's one of our sponsor videos. So thank you to them for sponsoring. So today we have Don Wilder, friend of mine, many, many years in China and Thailand and business, e-commerce. He's really dove deep into AI, as many have, but I think on whole nother level. And he has so many strategies and hacks that he wants to share with us in this presentation now. So I'm going to go hide myself, and Don is going to show us some things. Thanks again, Don, for sharing with us.
Great. Thanks for the invitation, Mike. All right, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. It's an honor to be here, a part of HandyCon 2024. So I've known Mike for quite some time. Mike and I previously met in Shenzhen, China. At the time, it was around 2016, Mike was running some offline Amazon conferences, and I just happened to show up at one, and we have a lot of mutual friends, but I've always been very much into the physical hardware and product development world. It took me to China for 10 years, and later I moved here. I'm currently located in Chiang Mai, Thailand, as well as Mike. And so I've been able to see some things by being in Southeast Asia, because the markets are different. As we know that China, in many ways, is a manufacturing hub, kind of the workshop of the world, as it's been labeled. So many of the new tech and gadgets will be manufactured in China. So that provided me at the time an opportunity to be a bit upstream to see what products we're creating inside of the Asia marketplace that would slowly trickle across the ocean into the Western marketplace. So I had opened a product development company with two Chinese friends. One friend had a steel injection mold factory. The other friend had an industrial design company. So we were positioned quite well, as I was able to kind of understand the Western market and jump in on that side, and the trend spotting within the local Asian markets, while these friends were helping me to materialize the ideas. So long story short, I got a lot of experience in the physical hardware product development world. That was my main business and core focus. And I specialized in crowdfunding on Kickstarter to help jumpstart ideas. Now, how does this relate to blockchain and OpenAI? I'm leaning in. So what I've found as of recent years is this ongoing discussion around AI and how everything's going to send a ripple across the digital landscape. And I believe, as we know, if you are a business owner, you have a product or service that you're trying to sell, it is inescapable that you're going to need to have a digital presence and a way to portray your business and position it in a certain light to get the attention. Currently, we are bombarded with information, from our apps that ping to whatever Surface tablets that we're using. We are overstimulated with information, which means it doesn't really matter what product you sell or what service you have. It's much more about how you position yourself, right? So what I've seen with AI, playing with many of these different tools, is that it can actually empower businesses to become more effective at their marketing, engagement, and operational efficiency. So today, I just wanted to share a small little thing that I've put together with AI. It's an actual podcast. Now, podcasting has been popular for the past number of years, but now that AI is available, it allows creators to have a faster way to put together their ideas and format them and get them out into the world. So what I did recently was I trained my voice using AI. So I was able to upload enough of my voice into this particular software. It's 11labs.io, and I trained my voice. And then I use that voice training along with AI to generate a format around interesting podcasts. To me, I thought it would be interesting. Design, business, technology, and put it into a fun 7-minute podcast format. So the result was, I will share my screen. It's called the Innovators Bookshelf. And I'm going to share my screen here. And let's see, entire screen. Hope you guys are able to see this. And loading. Give it 1 second. I cannot tell. Okay, looks like it is sharing now. All right. So this is the podcast that I put together using AI. Now, it is my AI trained voice completely. I also reworked this and put it into a YouTube format. And these are some of the most popular books around design, business, and technology, which relate to my field as a product developer in my business. So I'll give a little quick play, and you can kind of hear how this podcast is set up. Welcome to the Innovators Bookshelf, the podcast for the intellectually curious and those passionate about design and innovation. I'm your host, Don Wilder. Every week, we delve into a new book, exposing you to fresh perspectives that will challenge your thinking and stimulate growth. So whether you're on your commute, middle of a workout, or taking some well-earned downtime, prepare to immerse yourself in the wisdom within the Innovators Bookshelf. Let's embark on this journey of learning. Okay, so this is a little snapshot. You can, of course, go and check it out yourself. Now, I did this because I wanted to see how these tools would really connect together. And what I found was, in putting this AI podcast together, that before, when I would record for any sort of multimedia, I would have to get my mic set up, but I have to make sure the room is quiet, and then there would be a process of recording, and then there would be a process of editing my voice, and then getting it into the position that it could be exported. Now, with a trained AI voice, I was able to actually. I'm going to turn that off. I was able to actually skip all of that and go right into a high quality audio output of my trained voice that would allow me to expedite and speed up this whole recording process. And more than that, with tools like ChatGPT and being able to go through and format the interesting podcast topics, I was able to take what used to be a process of perhaps hours and condense it down into literally minutes. So I did about 9 of these episodes, and I got the process down to where I could have an idea for a book that I had read, and I wanted to create a summary for this and put it into this AI process of generating the audio, uh, dropping it into a background template for music, exporting the music into, or exporting the whole file into Spotify, and then rolling it over into YouTube. It took 12 minutes, 12 minutes to do everything from start to finish. That process would have taken hours, if not, whole afternoon, if it was done quickly in the previous way. So the fun thing about AI is not only that it can speed things up and improve the quality, but when you're a business person and you want to be able to market your business and stand out above the noise and be able to stay relevant within your industry, I think that these tools that are now accessible, you don't need to know code. You don't even have to be that tech savvy in order to do this, is something that is very empowering. Now, I believe that as people that are moving into a very modern society, we have the option of either following consumer trends or establishing them as thought leaders, right? And with the tools that are now available, regardless of what business you're into and how things are going to move forward, I believe you still have the chance where things are currently to set yourself up and get ahead of the curve. Just like I mentioned when I was in China and Asia, I was upstream from the Western market, so I could see the unique items before the market in the West ever saw them, right? I remember seeing those fidget spinners in the Chinese marketplace many months before they had ever seen them promoted into the Western market, right? Many of my friends, they made quite a lot of money off of sourcing and selling fidget spinners. Now, right now with AI and the oncoming growth of Web3, I believe it is a similar analogy where we all currently, if you're on this conference, you are also upstream from the general public on the future of AI and of Web3. So I hope that this little talk, even though it was fairly short, can serve as a point of inspiration for some of you, knowing that maybe you're a bit camera shy or you don't like to record things. You still have the ability to bypass that with the tools used in AI to be able to do some really awesome things. All right, I'm open to field any questions, so please do message me in our chat and I will reply.
Don, thanks for sharing. Getting some chats. I don't know if you can see in the right there on the bar. It's not really specifically questions, but um, there's some people were a little skeptical earlier. I don't know if you want to address it, but he says, Ben J says, against AI, I believe it crushes creativity and gives it to a machine. Give this listen, and why not do what you do? So I don't know what you think. I even have a response to that, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think this is a great discussion actually, because there's this, I wouldn't even say it's a fear. It's a observation that AI is getting so good at the creative side that it's going to replace creative people, right? Whether you're a coder and AI can understand coding at a level now that it's like bypassing advanced coders. For me, I think there is something that is very special about how humans innovate, right? And our ability to kind of think past the typical ways that innovation happens on just connecting the dots. So I believe that like with AI, it is kind of cross-referencing many ideas, and then it's seeing based on the algorithms what ideas would most likely be the winners, right? And kind of pushing those to the front of the queue. Uh, I think the process and way that humans will generate ideas is something a lot deeper and a lot more mysterious. I don't personally think that AI is going to completely kind of wipe out human creativity and just uh, make it redundant. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, my response is even before AI, my wife calls me like a robot a lot because I'm very productive and I kind of like systematized my morning and I've studied productivity a lot. And people, others too, they criticize that would make you or even I wear the same clothes, not same, well, the uniform. I have like a whole bunch of black shirts and pants, and people think it's always going to like reduce your creativity to make you like robotic. But I think somewhere I read it allows you to focus on the most impactful part of your skill or your brain or your work or your time. Rather than doing those repetitive tasks that don't require it, you can focus on, because I think the hardest part of the AI is what to tell the AI to do. And my one of my other favorite quotes is, it's showing us the value is not the answer, the value is the question. The hard part is the question, not the answer.
Sure.
And even with Google, right, you could get any answer with just a question. Now it's even more clear. The hard part is the question, what to ask. And that's what you should focus on, not the answer.
Yeah.
So,
I see
and
it makes
prompt engineering, right? Prompt engineering.
Sorry, say again, Mike.
The prompt engineering is a thing, right? Like how to create a prompt, how to ask the bot or the AI what you want.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see that there'll be a vastly different response based on a small change in how you draft a prompt, right? So, you know, being sharp with your semantics is a very important part. I see that Max out had a question. What's the difference between AI and the software we already use that produces the same result? Yeah, I mean, I think AI is a term that's kind of generally thrown around, uh, going way back into the old pop movies of artificial intelligence robots that come on the scene. But I think it does carry a number of nuances now that we have like more of the LLMs, large language models that are out, and how they are processing, right? And for I think for software in particular, understanding how kind of the back end will work through companies like OpenAI's development is in kind of the general use of the term AI, and for me.
Cool. So there's a question from T Maxwell. He says, how long was it to train the voice?
Yeah, when I put together the podcast, I used 11labs.io, and that voice training, I think I put in about an hour of voice upload. So just uploading files, I think 3 or 4 files of me speaking about anything and everything. And then as it uploaded, I had the opportunity to kind of coach it, which is more on the way that the voice is controlled. You can have it a bit slower speaking or more pronounced for the formal style of speaking, and then can give it a little bit of an element of what type of style you do want.
Hmm.
So I would suggest checking it out. To do the voice training on 11 Labs, it is a paid feature, but it's not very expensive. I think it's like $5 to $10 a month to allow you a certain amount of character audio export.
All right, we're running low on time. There's a few more chats. I don't know if you can see Don, but I think we gotta go into the next session. It's a pretty quick. The last few here is 20 minutes. So, but Don, is there ways you can reach out or work with you, or what are you working on? Or
Yeah. So along with doing product development, I'm also helping some SMEs with their AI integration and education through an agency called Chiefly AI. So if you are interested in reaching out to me, my main studio is Dawn at 33, the number 33 dot studio. Studio is the extension. And if you want to talk about AI, or if you want to talk about product development, that's where we can connect.
okay, all right. Did I misspell it? Oh, is EI? E is before I.
No, it's right. It's right. I'm updating the website right now.
Oh, site's not resolving. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Don. Appreciate it. And yeah, the point is, some people said this is a tool. AI is another tool. It's a skill. It's like the new computer. It's like computers, right? So, embrace it, or you're probably going to get extinct, right? I think that's kind of like if you didn't learn computers 30, 40 years ago, whatever, you know, you just got to embrace it. All right, everybody. So I'll see you in the next session. Thanks again, Don.
You bet. All right, guys.